as their Ravens will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. They left in the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back, and we're underway in Baltimore. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A give for Taylor running right side. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually. But over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Watson. This one is caught. It's Patton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to Meredith. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. On third down, here's Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson, and complete right side to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Jackson now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. The 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a give, right side, Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Taylor. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got some space here. And how about that for just running out the clock? The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 1st down, Colts. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On first down, it's Taylor. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Even. 4 down. Even. Switch.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out the game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Play action. Now Jackson. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career. And he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Brings up the 3rd down.
Set. 18.
Now a give, right side. Taylor, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And on the next-gen stats, CD, we see he traveled better than 50 yards after the catch. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor, and he'll be out right at the 35.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They run once more with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead.
We all knew the situation. We're in the fourth quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Pass complete to Taylor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Watson to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
to throw, Watson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now Watson. He finds Taylor. Complete. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with another touchdown. Number 24 on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Jackson. That's complete. It's Cook. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's Jackson. Escape, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
brings up 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed,